Live. Here we are, folks. I know you have no idea. Actually, I have no idea if this is working. I do have somebody that's just told me to go now. I'm doing this solo. This is hand solo. Well, that sounds bad. Yeah. So now you've heard laughter, so you know people are here. So that's ruined the surprise already. Well done. You had one job. Uh, it's all good. But here we are. It is season 3. If you don't know that, episode 30 of the Quarantine Cocktail Show. Yes, if you don't know, we've done like 160 of these, and we are live. It's working. Anyway, so tonight I've got a lot of things to celebrate. So when I do the cocktail show every Sunday, I always try to find something to celebrate, and it's quite easy. Honestly, there's always a holiday. It's like whatever, National, Strawberry Day. But tonight, it's really special because I am with my ICCFA University, and actually, I'm going to do this. It'll shout out. Look at this. There are literally more people watching this live than have ever seen a show before. It's amazing. We have converts, and I know that because I've given them stickers. But anyway, tonight we are doing a show, and we are celebrating some of the things I love. ICCFA, which means death. Sorry, but that's what we do. We celebrate death. And tonight, I'm going to give you a death cocktail. Tonight, we are doing the Death in the Gulf Stream quarantine style. Nobody's heard of it, I promise you, but it brings a lot of things I love. We're going to do it. Are you all ready?
Yeah!
Yeah! All right, folks, it's Blue Monkey Quarantine of Time Travel Edition. Here we go. Hey! We're on camera. Everybody give a shout.
Yeah!
All right. So normally I never talk about the history of the show, but I feel like tonight I need to because I have like over 8 people here. And but anyway, the Quarantine Cocktail Show was born during the quarantine. And we started this basically every night for 62 nights in a row. I got drunk. I mean, I made a cocktail every night. How many people have watched the earlier shows? Thank you. There were hands up, by the way. So as far as you know, but we did this show, and it was really just to have fun because it was a bad time, and we wanted to shine a little bit of light and have some fun. So every night we did this cocktail show. We're on season 3. We only do it on Sundays. And what you're about to find out is that I try to find a cocktail and tie it to something. So tonight, it is Death in the Gulf Stream. Now, let me tell you about this drink. First of all, it features my man crush, Ernest Hemingway. So if you don't know Ernest Hemingway, Papa, thank you. Who said that? Shout out right there. He gets a gift. But yeah, so Ernest Hemingway. Here's what I want to know. Why in high school do they not teach you all the alcohol that man drank? I would have freaking read every book twice. I'm like, I hated reading those books, and now I've learned, like, Sun Also Rises, Farewell to Arms, Old Man in the Sea. Every book, he talked about the drinks, that it was sexy. I mean, this guy, he was the ultimate man. I mean, anyway, I digress. Probably a little much. I've gone overboard with Ernest. But Papa's my man. I love him. But a lot of people don't realize that he made drinks. So tonight, another book he wrote was called Death in the Afternoon. And he actually made a cocktail called Death in the Afternoon. Now, we're not doing that one tonight. I've already done it. some season, some episode. I can't remember because I drink every time I do the show. I don't remember them the next day. But Death in the Afternoon, if you want to know, is champagne and absinthe. And he would say that you would drink 3 to 5 of those successively, and they would make you feel better. And he's probably right. Delicious drink, and the man loves champagne. But this is Death in the Gulf Stream. So what is this one about? Well, so Death in the Afternoon was 1935. This is 1939. And I got to tell you about another guy to get this drink straight. His name is Charles Baker. So Charles Baker wrote a couple really cool books. He was basically this foodie type drink historian. Have you heard of him? Yeah, so this guy was awesome. Basically, he was able to just travel the world and learn all about food and drink. So let's be clear. He married an heiress and was basically allowed to travel the world eating and drinking whatever the hell he wanted. Good for him, right? But he wrote some books. So he wrote 2 books. They were called The Gentleman's Companion. All right? Volume 1 was called Up and Down the Andes with a Fork, Knife, and a Spoon. And it was all about eating and all the food that he had. And actually, Ernest Hemingway put a recipe in that book. They actually became friends. We'll get to that in a second. Volume 2, though, was the second one, because it's Volume 2. I'm just making sure they're paying attention. And that is called Around the World with a Jigger, a beaker, and a flask. And it was all about the drinks that he had all over the world. And anyway, that's where we find this drink. So how did this drink ever come about? So it's kind of a fun story. So Charles Baker, he's a writer. Ernest Hemingway is a writer. And they both like to drink. They're going to cross paths. They become friends. So at a certain point, Charles Baker basically gets on a boat and he's going to sail to Key West to hang out with Ernest. All right? This is just a thing they do. Why are we not in the 30s doing these? I mean, this is awesome, right? So anyway, they go down and he sails down to Key West and they just spend days fishing in the Gulf Stream. They fish all day. They basically drink and talk it up all night. That's all they do. Well, after about 3-4 days, Charles is like, I'm done. I mean, he's like, I'm dying on a vine. I just can't continue to do this. And Ernest says, I got a drink for you. And he introduces him to the drink that we're about to make. It's not even, it doesn't have a name at the time. And they, after he has it, they name it Death in the Gulf Stream. And we're going to have it right now. So, Paul, what is it? Well, here's what you need to know about it. So, the first thing about this cocktail is it is made with Genevieve. Now, Genevieve, if you've never had it, this is old school. This is 1500s. This is basically, there's a lot of confusion about it. It's gin, but it's not gin. All right? This is the grandfather of gin. So this is Dutch. And basically it's only made either in Holland or Belgium. And the way it comes about is if you want to think about it, gin is basically, if you take a neutral spirit, vodka, basically, and add juniper to it, you got gin. But before that ever happened, you had this. And this is malted spirit. So this is like a malted wine. And if you ever, malted barley, by the way, is when they take barley and then they just let it start to grow, like ferment a little bit. Not ferment, but actually start to, germinate. Thank you. Yeah, another gift right there. Man, this guy's an alcoholic. He knows, right? Germinate, and then you got to stop it. I mean, it's a whole process. And anyway, you end up with a malted. So basically, it becomes, for lack of a better term, it's almost like a unfinished whiskey. So you get a malt flavor, and then there's kind of 2 different kinds of Genevieve. There's old and young. Young, it has nothing to do with how old they are, which is confusing. But the young means that it has under 15% of a malt base to it. And if it's old, which this is, it has over 15% malt base. This is 50%. This is one of the oldest. Bowles Genevieve, not sponsoring us tonight, but if you'd like to, Bowles Genevieve, we love you. Anyway, we do that for the show. It's a thing. Nothing? All right, anyway. So it's made in, and so anyway, basically that's how it all started. And eventually, it got shipped across the continent, and England ended up saying, we really like it. But they decided that they were going to start making it their own way, and they got rid of the malted part because that's a lot more time and money, and they shortened it. And that's also why they believe the name got shortened from Genevieve to gin. Genevieve, by the way, is Dutch for juniper. And if you're in Dutch, you would say Genevieve. Nobody cares. No, literally, no one cares. So this is the point in the show where people are like, Paul, just make the damn drink. And I'm going to make you the damn drink. So this is it's a pretty heavy drink. And, oh, wait. See, I got to do it myself. I got to put the recipe up. So right now the recipe up. All it is first of all, get a little bit of ice and your little shaker. And we're going to throw the ice in here. And it is Genevieve. You can see that. I spill a lot of things when I do this, by the way. 3 ounces. So not 2, but actually 3. Now, I will also say, if you've never seen the show, normally I always make 2 drinks. There's 2 reasons I do that. I make one for me, and I make one for Shelby. Shelby's not here. I also make 2 drinks because it makes me look like less of an alcoholic because I'm sharing and not drinking alone. So tonight, we're only going to make 1 drink, but it's just going to be for Shelby because I'm not allowed to serve and drink. So we have eyes on us. So 1 for Shelby. 3, actually, for Shelby. Now, the next thing we're going to add to this is lime. And this is a big lime drink. So typically you come in and you can actually even grate the lime peel if you want. We're not doing that tonight. But it's the juice of 1 whole lime. We're going to save those because they're going to get into the actual glass as garnish. And then, this is fun, bitters. Angostura bitters. So, and it's a heady bitter drink. So you're going with at least 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, here's the fun thing. A lot of people don't know this. Ernest Hemingway was actually a diabetic. So he never put sugar in his drinks, ever. Matter of fact, one of his favorite drinks was a daiquiri, and it was rum and lime juice. He got rid of everything else, and it was called a Papa Doble, and that's how he made his drink. So if you want, you can add maybe a teaspoon of sugar to it, but we're not. I brought it literally, I traveled 500 miles and brought this with me to not use it. That's how dedicated I am to this show. That's for Papa. All right. Now, the one thing we will add to our drink, though, is emergency. So here's the other thing you need to know about the cocktail show. From the very beginning, the first drink we ever made, we put emergency in it because emergency saves lives. It prevents COVID. And I know this because I am still alive and safe. So every cocktail I make has a little bit of emergency. Emergency, by the way, not sponsoring our show to this day, yet sending us legal letters all the time saying to stop. And we love you too. Emergency. I believe Ernest Hemingway would have loved you. And in a great little packet that, like the shampoo packet, by the way, that you can't quite open. There it went. Oh, here we go. And just a little sprinkle, saving lives, people, saving lives. Emergency. And there it is. Travel shaker. Give it a good shake. And the last part really is pretty simple. You come in and we're going to pour it over ice. Now, the one thing that you are supposed to do, and I'm going to do it, is you want to actually crush your ice. So you want to have a little, there's probably a lot of other ways you can do it. We're going to just put some ice in a little bag, and then we're going to just smack the hell out of it and hope we don't break anything. I know, it could be bad. There it is. And then we're coming in. Take the glass. Does it work? Yeah, pretty close, right? Who cares? Yeah, whatever. Good enough. And then travel shaker. Oh, top almost fell off. You didn't see that, but I saw it. I knew it was going to happen. And there it is, folks. That, my friends. Quarantine. Right there. Quarantine death in the Gulf Stream. And, of course, we have to always come in and we got to taste it. And is it? Oh, yeah. Yes. Delicious. So it's bitter, but it's supposed to be. Actually, so what's fun about this, I'll leave you with this. This drink, last few things about it, I promise, because you're all like, Paul, you said you're going to take us and buy us a cocktail. That's why we're here. And I didn't realize how many people were going to be here. So, Monica, can you help me out here? Can you tell them I'll leave or something? Anyway, so this drink, back in the 30s, actually the timing was great because it represented that whole time frame because it was a bitter time. You had the Spanish War. It was bitter, yeah. But Hemingway swore by it. It was actually also known as the Ernest Hemingway Reviver. So there are several cocktails out there that are called revivers. The Corpse Reviver. I would have done that, but I've already done it, guys. Sorry. But a reviver is meant to be like this drink that is supposed to like punch you through and revive you. So Ernest Hemingway told people that this drink, you should start drinking it at about 11 a.m. And that would get you through your hangover and get you to the. This was a rally drink, folks. It is straight gin and bitters. The only rally is like your liver, like saying, "What are you doing to me?" But it is delicious. Oh, it's good. Folks, there it is. Are you guys ready? Yeah. All right. So, folks, there it is. Quarantine, death in the Gulf Stream. I will not make many more of these for everybody. And everybody, thank you for being here. Hold on. Wait, I got to do this. I have to say, subscribe to YouTube. Has everybody subscribed to YouTube to watch me now?
Absolutely.
I am up to 12 YouTube subscribers right now. Woo! We did it. I hope it worked. Thanks for coming. Love you. Blue Monkey Quarantina. Seriously, I do. I love everybody that's come down here tonight. I appreciate this love and support. And for everybody out there, cheers. We'll see you on the next show. Chink. We're out.